Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat here. I'm today with a Toonami news update for today, July 28th, 2021. First big piece of news that came out today is that we finally have the schedule for the first for August 14th, that being the date of the Fena Pirate Princess 1 hour premiere. And as you can see here, the schedule is the 1 hour premiere of Fena Pirate Princess, followed by My Hero Academia, Inuyasha, Black Clover, Naruto Shippuden, Attack on Titan, and then Dragon Ball Super. So the odd man out here is Food Wars, which shouldn't be surprising considering that the last two episodes of season 3 did air the week before being August 7th. So still 2 Saturdays away from that date as a bit of perspective there. So interesting to see that that's the show they decide to leave out. And it's like, well, it's because the season's over, right? Well, apparently we are getting season 4 of Food Wars right off the bat the week after on August 21st. And it will be getting the 1:30 slot as it has been located for the past month or two. And you might notice something pretty interesting at the top of this schedule for August 21st, that being that Fena Pirate Princess will be the leadoff show for its run, ahead of My Hero Academia. Very notable considering, I believe for the last like 3 calendar years at least, the only two shows that had led off Toonami, the only two premieres to have led off Toonami, mind you, have been Dragon Ball Super and My Hero Academia. So them giving Fena Pirate Princess this slot is pretty notable, considering that the last Toonami original, the two Fooly Cooly sequels, didn't. Fooly Cooly Progressive was at 11:30, which at the time was the second slot in the block behind Dragon Ball Super, and Fooly Cooly Alternative actually aired, I believe, at midnight and then got pushed later to 12:30 due to its low ratings. But yeah, and this is a move I kind of expected, and a move that honestly is probably pretty necessary for Toonami, As I said, being an original, there's more chips in the pot here for Fena Pirate Princess. There's more chips they have to push to the middle here, and to get the highest ratings possible, to get the most eyes on it, to get hopefully the most merchandise sales or whatever sales they get out of it, they're gonna have to give it priority. And that means giving it priority over a stalwart like My Hero Academia, which ultimately I think, and like I said, it's not an easy decision to do considering My Hero Academia has always been the safe move. It's a show with wide appeal, many different fans, and they've come out week in, week out, even with the Funimation already having the dub. But again, Fena Pirate Princess, you threw all that money into it, might as well try to get as much money as you can back out of this. And I'm going to make kind of a bold assertion here. If Fena Pirate Princess on August 21st doesn't pull in at least a .20, or definitely if it doesn't have the highest ratings for the block for the night, I would immediately consider it a failure. And yeah, it's because, like I said, you need higher ratings to generate more advertising revenue, to get, again, more people to watch it, to get more people interested, to stream it, to download it, to buy whatever merchandise Toonami, Crunchyroll, Production IG end up making of this, DVD sales. Some people still buy physical, by the way, and the whatnot. And it's got to be necessary, and you need more eyeballs. And as a bit of a benchmark, this is a bit of a dated benchmark considering the Fooly Cooly sequels were 3 years ago in 2018. Fooly Cooly Progressive's first episode got a .29, then it got a .19, then it got a .36, and the last 3 episodes were in like the low .2s. And people generally consider that a failure in the ratings. And albeit the rating, the expectations are a bit tapered because, again, cord cutting and whatnot, with fewer people watching, and that's why I gave my number at .2 flat for the first episode. You might actually have to do better than that, but at the same time, and here's a good question. I haven't been watching that much Adult Swim. I haven't been watching that many of Warner Media's TV networks. Have they been putting much advertising out yet for Fena Pirate Princess? I don't mean just like on Toonami or when Toonami airs. I mean like the rest of Adult Swim. I mean TBS. Has TBS or maybe even TNT or whatever networks, even Cartoon Network, have they aired anything regarding Fena Pirate Princess? If they haven't, that's a bad sign. That's a sign that Warner Media has little faith in this finished product, and that they are very willing to allow it to become some form of tax write-off, which is basically what happened to Symbiotic Titan and IGPX, which is why which is why Cartoon Network and Adult Swim are actually not allowed to air those shows anymore because they wrote them off as tax write-offs, which means we can't air them on the network anymore. It's a complicated tax law thing. So, and hopefully that's not the Fena Pirate Princess. Yeah, Mediterranean joke right there. Or Fena Pirate Princess. And it'll be interesting to see if it really holds up and can really take up the bat being leadoff. And that being said, we're now going to talk about last Saturday night's Toonami ratings. At the start of the block, you had My Hero Academia at a 0.14, Dr. Stone at a 0.13, Yashahime at a 0.14, Food Wars at a 0.11, Black Clover at a 0.11, and Naruto Shipping at a 0.09, with Attack on Titan Dragon Ball Super's ratings not given out. Ultimately, this was a drop from last week, but an expected drop with the Olympics ongoing. And actually, this actually exceeded my expectations. I thought, and I went out and said, I thought My Hero Academia would probably get like a 0.11. It would be that much of a drop, but only drops about 300s from a 0.17 to 0.14. Not that bad. Dr. Stone, final episode of Dr. Stone, again, gets built on for the third separate time by Yashahime Demon Princess, which is holding up, I will say, pretty well. And it's going to be interesting to see what it does in a few weeks when it ultimately has to immediately follow My Hero Academia. And let's see if it retains My Hero Academia. Dr. Stone, I'll bet you can see here, well, it only dropped 100th, but consistently throughout its run, Dr. Stone Season 2 did not retain My Hero Academia's ratings. So it'll be interesting to see if Yashahime ends up being a better steward for that. With My Hero Academia itself, also going to have to face a challenge of being able to retain from the show in front of it and being Fena Pirate Princess in a few weeks, you know? And it's be interesting to see how that works. And with that, Dr. Stone has to be loser of the week. And Black Clover is actually the winner of the week because it's the only show that went up. It actually went up from a 0.09 to 0.11. So a bit of a win for Black Clover, and you gotta celebrate. I am just as surprised as you are it went up, you know? And yeah. And honestly, there's not that much to say about the ratings other than, well, the Olympics happen. The Olympics happen. Well, the next two Saturday nights are also going to have the Olympics. And we kind of caught a lucky break this week, considering that very little in terms of the big names in the Olympics. Like, I don't believe Ledecky went. I don't believe Simone Biles was Saturday night. So the ratings for the Olympics, by comparison, were like a 2.5 or so. By comparison, the night after, when both Katie Ledecky and Simone Biles performed, they were both over a 4. And I believe next Saturday night will be right in the thick of the track and field events, which are always pretty popular, considering especially that this year the U.S. is supposed to have like a record year in terms of track and field. U.S. is the front runners to win the 100-meter men's run, which is the first time in a while, considering Usain Bolt has completely dominated that event for the past 3 Olympics. So I wouldn't be surprised if the ratings are a little lower again next week. Maybe that hits the 0.11 this upcoming week. And note, we will have back-to-back My Hero Academia episodes, and then later the block, you will have the final 2 episodes of Season 3 of Food Wars, with Season 4 of Food Wars coming 2 weeks later on the 14th. But the next Saturday after, August 7th, will be the Harley Quinn marathon with the obligatory DC tie-in with the Suicide Squad sequel. I have no idea why they made a sequel of that. But I digress. They're making a sequel of it, and because of it, we're going to have a night of Harley Quinn on August 7th. August 14th, we'll have the Fena Pirate Princess 1-hour premiere, with Food Wars hitting the showers for the week. And on the 21st, we'll have a new schedule, Fena Pirate Princess on leadoff, followed by My Hero Academia, and then virtually the same schedule after that as we've had before. And as you note, you might see here where I'm showing the ratings that for the comments for Attack on Titan and Dragon Ball, I'm saying to stay tuned for my waifu video. That is because I'm anticipating this weekend, could be a little later than that, I will have my second waifu video up. I finished the research for that. And why did I choose those slots? Well, let's just say there is one waifu from each Attack on Titan and Dragon Ball Super that will be in on it. I'm not going to give any specific details to spoil, but let's just say that Dragon Ball Supers has a very versatile wardrobe. And for Attack on Titan, let's just hope that she's okay, and let's just leave it at that, right? So, what do you think? thoughts on the slew of news that came out today about Fena Pirate Princess, about Food Wars Season 4, about these ratings. Leave your comments, leave your opinions down below. I am Super Orange Cat, and that is all.